About this. Say that again.
I said I was singing Pokemon passionately earlier, and it was getting me very.
It was bringing tears to your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, just do that one day. Like just
sing Pokemon.
Just sing like a little like they make it take it what is it, a half step slower.
I was gonna say, why you don't think I don't be at the house doing it in the first place?
Right.
My family be sick of me. I be in here singing loud. Oh man. Anyway, Otaku Talk is starting soon. Hey y'all, welcome to Otaku Talk Sunday. I'm so excited about today. Everybody. I had a lot to do today, but I was like, I'm doing this fucking show. I had to go places.
Girl,
things to do.
This episode was a lot.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it. Now, you know episode is good when it made me get up and like do a reaction. I was like, y'all know I had
Which was hilarious. That was funny.
I had to get up. I was like, I gotta edit this now.
At the end, she said, okay, everybody listen. Just take a cleansing breath.
I was going through it. Hold on, my light is too bright. Let me turn this down.
Mine probably bright too, but it's gonna stay like that right now. I don't feel like changing it.
Just a tad. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm on a music video set. Like, damn, we just talking about anime shit. I want to be like, it ain't that serious. But I hope everybody's had a good week so far. My week was mid until yesterday. So, sorry.
Was it?
It was just, business as usual kind of stuff. Yeah. But yesterday was a good day for... Yes. Go ahead.
I got a permit. I got a proof.
So we gonna have parties at your place?
Yes, actually. Girl, you should see my Amazon cart right now.
Oh, I'm so excited. Are you gonna do like a housewarming? No? Okay, I'm still.
I think I actually will though, because once I get it all situated and furnished.
Yeah, of course. Because you don't do it like day one.
Something.
You don't want
to. Yeah, right.
Unless you like 20, you can do it that way.
But the stuff I got, I feel I'm really excited for the vibes.
Yes, really all that DreamCon art, all that anime stuff.
Right. Oh, I can't wait. And then this background here, it's gonna be cute. I can't wait.
Excited for you. That's awesome. It's nothing like having your own space, like for real. And so, I mean, that's amazing. But yes, we're not gonna spend too much time because there's just so much to talk about. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot to talk about, even though maybe there's not. But I just feel like there is.
No, there is. This episode, they put their foot in it for a multitude of reasons, and we're gonna get into it as we talk about these scenes.
Okay, my stomach is getting upset, like just thinking about it again. So I'm just like, give me a second before we get into it, because it was so hard editing that video yesterday, like that I ended up posting of my reaction, because I had to keep watching it over and over again. It was so difficult.
Oh yeah.
It was so much. But other news, I guess there hasn't been much happening in the anime world, but I did want to just give a shout out to A Sign of Affection, which is another anime I've been watching that I also posted my reaction to. Just 2 good episodes of the anime I'm watching this season. Episode 7 was so good for both of them, and yeah, highly recommend it. It's a romance anime, but it's a little different. But I enjoy it because they're adults, and I just like the pacing of it. I like that they kissed in episode 7, and it was just kind of like not a big deal.
Did they really kiss?
I mean, I just don't get me started, because I'm gonna be on the Isomi thirst train. Okay,
is Isomi the one with the white hair?
Mm-hmm. Because he had went out of town. He had went out of town for like a month.
Okay.
And he just got back. He got a little tan. His roots grew out a little bit. His hair a little longer. I said,
ooh, it's longer?
Mm-hmm. It's a little longer. And then Shin-chan, who's the hairstylist, got a little color. I said, hold on. It's great. So I was enjoying that episode. So yes, 2 good episodes. But I mean,
I like that he hasn't. I like that he hasn't proven to be like this bad person like y'all was wanting to throw on him. So
they was trying to make it sound like he was a bad person, because they was like, oh, he's a playboy. He don't be settling down. But he officially made her his girlfriend. They official now.
Oh,
they official. It's so wholesome. Like,
how do you say I love you in sign language?
I don't know, but he be finger spilling, and I'm here for it. I be slowing down the scenes. Finger spilling. They call it finger spilling. He be spilling stuff with his fingers. But I did a reaction video to it, and we talked about this a lot with the female gaze in Jujutsu Kaisen and zoomed in hand shots.
Mm-hmm.
And they be sending me. I had to do a reaction and go back and just like run that scene back. I was like, spell that again, because he was spelling something, but it was like y'all didn't even show him spelling all the letters. Y'all just showed the letters that had real suggestive hand motions, and I'm here for it. So I be rewinding them scenes back, like, hold on, what he spell again? I don't know no sign language. Hey, Designer Skyline. But we're definitely enjoying it. And I said, zoom in on that one more. He did like one of these motions. Was it an R? I think it was an R. And he did that like I feel like it was too many times for how many R's are in recommend.
Because there's only one.
There's only one. And maybe in my mind he did it a few times because I was just thinking that, but I feel like he did it a few times. And I was like, yeah, let's run that back. Designer Skyline said hello to you as well.
What's up, Designer?
So anyway, let's
right on time.
Go ahead and get into it. We don't have the long stroke for this one. It's so much. I want to play the intro. I listened to the intro song like 3 times today.
I'm telling you, as these episodes come out, we get more and more obsessed with this song.
I wanted to know what they were saying, and I didn't even realize like 95% of the song is in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. Remember, I think it was before we went live. I was telling you I was doing the rap part, and like knowing the words in English now, the little rap part is so much better now.
I was listening to it. Lit. I was like, damn, this song is a bop. I don't know. It's so cute.
He don't even read those. The headlines. Is that
what they be saying? Oh man, it's so good. It's so good.
It's really good.
So ooh, my breath. I can't do it. I think I'm triggered. Yeah, I think I'm triggered.
Okay, so
you start.
The last episode, where did it end off at?
He fought the spider and he killed.
Yeah, fought the spider.
Yeah,
killed the people. Did his little report in, standing outside in the rain, talking about, I'm glad I told you, Janna to get the umbrella. So we come back and we get but we get revisited by Jinchul. Yeah, Wu Jinchul. He gets a report that's saying, you know, what took place. The 6 people died, but the 2 lower ranked people survived. Right. And he's like, why are you bringing this to me? Like, you could figure this out. And he was like, well, this was the older brother of
right.
Of what's his face? I forget his name.
Whoever this other man who a problem.
Yeah, with the haircut and the squiggles, you know. Right. It's his brother, and apparently he's some huge big shot, you know. Mm-hmm. Even though he's like, I think at this point he's overseas. He's not even in Japan.
That's the man we saw with the thigh gap, right?
Mm-hmm, with the thigh gap. That was in his boxer.
I'm sorry, I'm referencing him as the thigh because I didn't see his face yet, so I don't know what he looked like. I just saw the thigh gap.
Well, they showed it in this episode.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was him. That's why he was asking. He was like, he asked for the report about the 2 people, and she brought it to him. His receptionist, whatever she is.
And they thinking Jin Ho was the one who did it.
Yeah, one of them. Well, I mean, I feel like everybody that touches this document immediately is going to just assume it was Jin Ho instead.
Which is kind of bad though, because if this guy comes after him.
Right.
He's gonna quickly realize it wasn't really him.
And he wants them. He said like he wanted to immediately go there and be like, so what's popping? Y'all killed my brother? But apparently he doesn't have room in his schedule and he has to wait like 2 weeks. So he's like, clear my schedule after that. And like, I'm talking about veins in his forehead. This man, like they gave him that ominous ass shot where it's just a silhouette and that red eye, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it a silhouette? But point is, he had that red eye that was glowing. Like he was like mischievous. He wants to kill them. He wants to torture them, I feel like. And he said if they're still alive in 2 weeks, you know, I'm a lucky man. So they got some worries.
I have a sneaking suspicion that what's up, Stay Line, that's gonna bring Jin Ho and Sung Jin Woo back together, possibly. Because like we'll get to that, but I just wanted to say that. Maybe that'll be what definitely brings them back together. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing will bond you more than the threat of death.
Right.
But yeah, so he goes into details about that. And it's interesting because Jinchul has been very like eye on Jinwoo since that whole thing.
Right.
The double dungeon. And I think not really odd because I feel like he let it go. But now that this is being brought back to him and he's thinking about that moment again, he's definitely is like, there is something.
He's like, there's something going on. Because there's
definitely something here.
I thought he had a second awakening but he didn't seem to. So maybe there's something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're definitely going to see more of that unfold. And then we get shot back to him at the house, him and his sister eating fried chicken, which I thought was cute.
That was cute, which is very like
And
Korean. Even though they like moved it to Japan, I feel like it's still a very Korean thing for them to be eating fried chicken.
Right, but it feels like that's not something that they get to do often. I think, because they have to take care of their mother and she's in school. Like, I feel like it's kind of shining a light on that they aren't living, a easy life. But his sister, I love her disposition. Like, she is as positive as she can be, regardless of whatever they're facing, their mother's situation. Like, I really like her. That's her character.
That's why she's gonna die. Like we talked about last week.
And every time you bring it up, it like does something to me, because like,
we're like, we don't need this kind of positivity. We don't need this kind of positivity in the story. I mean, we do.
Jin-Woo is going through it. He needs a support. You got his mother in a coma. You want to take his sister too? Oh my god!
She'll wake up. She'll be all right.
Fine. Oh my god! I'm gonna let you have.
Okay, sorry. They had. Well, I did say that I enjoy seeing that they get to experience, like, feel the benefits of him having like money. Like, yes, I like that they gave us that little bit in the episode where we're starting to see that he's starting to, use some of this money for extra stuff.
Bree's like, I'm glad she got to experience money before she died.
A little bit of fried chicken before she died. Just a little bit. Just a little. She got that experience in her. And I'm glad Sun Jin-Woo upgraded them shoes and that jacket. I think he started this episode off with the blue jacket, and then he some point had the gray jacket the next time I saw him.
Wait, he switched to gray jacket?
Yeah, he had a gray jacket on. That. Which I was looking at screenshots of this jacket in the manhwa. Mm-hmm. And screenshots of, now I don't know if Sun Jin-Woo was completely done transforming to the Sun Jin-Woo that we see in all those screenshots, because I love his shaved sides, which he doesn't have yet. I hope they give him shaved sides. It looks really good. And then I saw the gray jacket that it looks like this is supposed to be, but the way it looks in the manhwa versus how it's looking right now, I don't know if it's the same jacket, but it kind of does look the same, because it has the like the high. It looks like one of those that zips up to like here. Yeah. So I think that's that jacket. I think it's the same.
Well, we call him Sung Drip Woo for a reason.
Right.
That's one thing I love about this show, or this manhwa, as it continues. Like, it's not just the same costume that you see them using. Like, it's everyday wear. He's going to an event, he's going to have a nice ass suit. You know what I mean? Like,
that's so good.
Sun Jin would be dripping on the people, but I don't think we've really seen him. I think as he levels up and gets more powerful, and we got glimpses of that in the snake fight and the spider fight, and in this fight, he's mentioning how he's realizing that his disposition is changing slightly when he when he interacts with these bosses. He's like, I'm not as scared, I'm not as intimidated,
and he need to be.
He needs to be, but he's like wondering, why is that? Like, he's not just going through life and just becoming this way. He's like, is this because of the skills? Is it attributed to how strong I am? Like, he's trying to figure it out too, which I think is so interesting,
Right. I think so too. And I enjoy one, he's gonna go through clothes, because as we saw in this fight, he has his regeneration ability. Like, he just got this little jacket, and he about to need it. So I'm
gotta need another one, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised that little blue jacket made it. Well, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we saw earlier in the first episode or so, we were kind of doing a little bit of world building and understand like Sun Jin-Woo's space, like place in the world, that those clothes that he wear are actually like, is it actually just the like noob gear, because that's all he could afford? Because then it would make sense why he had so many versions of it, because we saw him die in that blue jacket. We saw him die.
Yeah, we
did.
Then
he had another one that wasn't destroyed. So I'm assuming that's like noob gear. It's noob gear.
I'm just gonna assume that.
Yeah.
I mean, in my mind, it is now. It is now.
Yeah, it has
but there was I don't know if they did it in the anime or if it was specific to the manhwa, but there was a moment where he finished a fight, and it definitely was, it was in this time frame in the anime where he looked at his arm and was like, my sleeves are shorter. Yeah. Like, I don't know if they brought that specific attention in the anime, but that was something that they mentioned in the manhwa. So
No,
he,
I
like,
don't
I mean,
think it
obviously he's
is.
drastically taller, you know, he's more chiseled and all that stuff. So like him just having
But
the
I
same
mean,
outfits
where
that
is
he
he
was when he
going?
was younger.
And then, like, where is he going to get this? I'm just curious. It's just a side note. I was just thinking that this
Mhm.
has to be there. The clothes he wear are still somehow gear in their world in some way. Like, he
It
doesn't
has
wear
to be.
armor. But yeah,
It
he
has to
said this
be.
was all he could afford. First episode, he said this is all I could afford because he needed some new shoes at that point. And we saw him get new shoes, the new My Hero 23s. So I mean, it was just a thought that if we see him with the same jacket, I guess it makes sense because we did see his jacket get destroyed in this episode. So if we see the same one, then it would kind of make sense.
Now that I'm thinking about it, no, I think they're just regular clothes.
You think he just really like that blue jacket?
Honestly, maybe
This is like the Amazon Essentials jacket.
Because I'm thinking about like the actual gear in this show, and everything that is attributed to like stats and stuff isn't normal clothes.
Yeah, but he said he couldn't afford none of it. So this is like all he could afford. It was just weird because the way they said it just made it sound like this is all he could afford, which means it's like the lowest level. Like, I appeared in the game, I got this stuff on. Like, that's that noob skin you get. So it's just kind of the way he worded it. It just made it sound like that. And like maybe maybe it's just Amazon Essentials. He just keep getting them because they're like $10. He's like, this is a $10 jacket.
Right.
So yeah, that may be what it is. But anyway, so we saw that little exercise. I think the next part we went to was he had a meeting with Jin.
But hold on, wait, one real quick. I would hate to be Sung Jin right now just because he can't get drunk.
Let's talk about it because I was cackling.
That would piss me off. If I had a long stressful week, I just went against 6 different bosses and I'm just like, I'm somehow not traumatized to the point I want to quit. If I kick back, pop open the Heineken and I get 6 down and I'm like, what is happening?
He can't, like, he couldn't.
Horrible.
That's like, I thought he could turn it off. Like, that was my thought.
I did
like,
too. I was waiting for him to test it.
Deactivate it or something. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, you want the skill, like you need to be able to detoxify, but that is annoying. But I felt bad for him. He sat there and drank that whole box and he could not.
That whole box. But it did have a check mark, so maybe he can. Maybe he was just testing the waters of it. Because when it popped up, I could have sworn it had a check mark next to it, like a box with a check. So maybe he's gonna check it.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I guess he wanted to push the limit.
It seems to be working like a traditional MMO type of menu screen and stuff with the shop.
Yeah.
We saw, you know, like I feel like he has the option.
Oh, I can't wait to get to that part. So we found out he can't get drunk. We saw the little scene where the guy was talking, and then he met Jinho. I think that was the next scene for us, right? That was before he was working out with the sister, before he got the loot box. So I think
he met with
Jinho. Which that was an interesting scene. That was a lot of money.
What he said, 8 billion? 3 billion. 30 billion dollars.
30.
Oh, god damn.
And the fact that Sun Jin Woo was like, that's chump change.
Well, he eventually works out to him that will eventually be chump change, because he's like, it's great now, but like with this ability, I can potentially be S rank or higher. You know,
but I don't know why he wouldn't take it, because he only needed him for 19 raids. Like, didn't he need him for like 19 so that he could get whatever? So he just needed 19.
So he could become a guild master and have his own guild and make it like a strike team and everything.
Right. Which means that stuck with him forever. I mean, I thought it was a decent deal, but I think it's more
a choice.
But that's why I think Sun Jin Woo was more so like not trusting his own ability, maybe because he feels like, I don't know what it was. Like he was like, I could eventually be strong enough to make more, but it also seemed like at the same time he's like, I need an S rank, and he's like, I'm not an S rank. Like, I mean, it was kind of like they're eventually gonna go to these stronger dungeons. I don't know. It was interesting that he didn't take the deal, because Jinho was like, I'll protect your secret. So I really didn't understand his hang up for like a in the meantime thing.
Yeah, this seems to be one of 2 humongous divergencies. If I use that word right, between in this episode, divergences.
A divergence. I think it's
a divergence
Yes.
in the story.
Yeah.
It seems when it there's two big pieces here, and one of them was the Cerberus fight, and this one where because in the manga he thought about it for a little bit, and he did like have these same back and forth with if he should or if he shouldn't, but then he came back with a contingency. Now I'm not gonna get into what that is.
Ooh,
because it feels like it feels like potentially maybe they're just breaking this up to elongate it a little bit, bring some more meat to the story.
Right.
Because they also have a conversation in the anime they didn't have in the manga where when it comes to Sun Jin Woo and what was it? Oh, and him not telling anybody or like going into the details of keeping it a secret. Like they didn't have that same exchange either.
In the manga?
Yeah. Like in the anime, they were talking about. He said, "Did you tell anybody?" And he was like, "No, you did it for self-defense, right?" Like they didn't have that exchange there. So I did like that because it doesn't show that Jinho is just like taking away the fact that he just saw this man kill 6 people,
right?
With the flick of his finger. It also, I also like that Jin Woo isn't just like accepting the fact that he did it and moving on. Like he's running these scenarios back and like trying to figure out why he isn't feeling away, And
I think that was at the beginning of the episode where he kind of just firmly established he'd do it again.
Oh, and I'll do it again.
And I'll do it again. Why did I think the same thing? I'll do it again.
But he also was like really cocky too. He said he was like, I was almost did he say irritated at the fact that he thought he had a chance against me? Yeah. I was like, who is this?
I liked it. He was like, oh, I like it. He's spicy.
Yeah, he's getting really spicy.
I like it. A little confident.
As you should when you have that level of ability. You earned the right to be a little spicy.
Especially because of how people have treated him his whole life. I think it makes sense that when he gets up there, he's gonna be a little shady.
As he should. And this is probably why people like will end up eventually, I feel like, relating to him, because like I feel like a lot of the things that he does you would do as well.
Right.
Or you would feel the urge to do. And maybe a lot of main characters in some anime don't go that route.
Which brings to like, which I asked while I was watching it, when they had the meeting and he slid him the book and he was like, this is my offer. And he was like, no. And then he was kind of like, well, if he worded it away, he was like, if you do this for me, I'll keep your secret.
Ooh, and girl, and that look.
That was like, go to me. That was like, he looked at him like, I don't know. That scared him. That scared me.
It scared me. Right. Because it was very much so like, I dare you to say something. Like, I want you to. Because I feel like you understand that you will die by my hand, right?
Was like he saying
I could do the same. No, I don't think he was, but that's what that look
like,
said
don't play
to
with
me.
Yeah,
it was a very much like, try it, because he could have turned around and said like, are you threatening me?
Yeah,
it was like it's so much ways he could have went with that, but being the nigga that he is, he said this look is enough. I don't think he's gonna try it. And
did you see Jinho's eyes?
Right, he got the message received.
His eyes was just like, they went so big, like, oh, and then when he left, he was like crying at the table.
It's like he just saw the colossal titan put their hand over the.
I said, you better watch out, watch them words, because I love that little scene. And then we cut to the next one, but I think they'll meet up again. Whether it's because they will be. Somebody will be trying to murder them both, and I think Sun Jin we will know that Jinho's maybe not strong enough to protect himself from it. I think possibly I can see Sun Jin Woo like stepping in and being like, okay, like, I don't want to take your deal, but that don't mean I want you to be hurt because you're trying to keep my secret. Especially if you feel like Jinho won't tell the truth, like it's gonna put him in danger. Like if they're coming for him and they're like, who killed him, and he's trying to keep Sun Jin Woo's secret. Then that's gonna put him more at risk. So I feel like Sun Jin Woo like feel responsible for it to some degree, and also if he protects him, then Jinho will be better able to keep his secret.
And that's how they do these type of heroes, where it seems like they're a one punch man type of figure, where it's like, well, if you ain't got no weakness, we got to create a weakness. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he got his sister as an option. Yeah. He got his mother as an option. And I think he could be beheld to he could be beholden to some type of loyalty to him because he stood up for him in the dungeon.
And he got his secret
and
that he may want to keep. So
that he might want to stop throwing out there. I was like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? He was like, if you help me, I'll keep your secret. What does that mean, sir?
That I would have had to stop. I'd be like, say that again.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, he gave that look. He gave that mama that we know when you run around and she's telling you to sit down with her eyes. That's what that was. Ooh, but I think we'll have to revisit this, because if he doesn't accept this, I don't know where they're going with their relationship. You know,
that's what I'm saying. It would have to be something else would bring them back together.
Yeah, which would be which I like, because it's keeping me on my toes now. I'm sitting here like I don't know.
Oh, because they like changed it, and you're like, what's going to happen in between here? Even if the decision ends up being the same, it's like, well, what's going to happen between? Then now what's going to happen in between? Which I wanted to ask you when we get to this demon dog fight or whatever it was called. About Severus. The differences. Severus. I was like, why I'm thinking Severus Snape, but that's what it was called. Okay. So yes, we got that scene, and then we had listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When these little cut scenes be coming on we talked about the S-rank scenes like last week, and some of these cut scenes, I should be listening to them. I feel like I don't be remembering. I feel like when I watch the episode, I remember I be listening to them, but then I don't be listening to them. Cause I have no idea. Was that the conversation between the guy brother? Was that the brother in that scene?
So yeah, this is his brother.
When they went nighttime? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's his assistant, and he's basically requesting information about them two specifically.
Okay.
He now knows the situation. He knows that the six, and he knows what his brother was up to. He knows he ain't shit. So the fact that he was like, he wouldn't risk his life for no randoms. You know, there's two people that got added, but those two people that got added were the two that leaves. So he must have set something up. They must have caught him, got wind of what they were doing, turned the tables, and then killed the team somehow.
Yeah.
You know?
So
now he just knows. He knows without a shadow of a doubt, one of these two, if not both of them, have killed his brother. So that's what this whole scene was. He's like, give me 2 weeks.
Why I feel like I could remember it when you say it, but if I just had to recall it, I could never remember these scenes. Like when I just try to think about what they talked about, I'd be like, I don't know what that was. But then when you start saying, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. I can't retain those scenes. I don't know if it's because of the pacing of the episode or just because a lot of times it's a new person I ain't never seen. I'd be like, who is this? And I just kind of.
That's what I think it could be that. Well, they're doing a good job. I feel like balancing the level of action versus world building and setting up what's to come, and I like it so far. I mean, but it might be that because the first half of the episode was pretty much just laying down foundation for stuff, and then when that gate opened, then we really get to it.
So no, I think we're just at the workout scene now. We're at the workout where Sun Jin-woo was working out with his sister. That scene was cute. And he was just like running, and he's so much stronger and faster and crazy strong compared to her. So they were working out, and that was cute. And then he noticed that he gets more points, like he can go over the daily goal. So I think that's how he is that how he got the loot box, by going over?
He stopped for a minute because he was thinking so deeply about the whole proposition from Jin-ho and everything else he's dealing with, that he overran the thing, and he was like, why is this continuing to keep track after I hit the goal? So he was like, let me test it out. So he continued to run. He did the rest of the push-ups and all that stuff just to see how far it would go, and they capped at double, I think.
Yeah, he said
so. He was like,
double.
yeah, what was that? And so he found out that he get these secret quests or hidden quests if he does do double the if he doubles the daily quest. Okay. So that's what he did. And that was lucky for him, and that's such a great feeling. I told you earlier in that last episode, it's something about getting the loot box, girl. And
that's what I said when I was watching
possibility, like he hit an S rank item. Yeah. Like had to be like his 7th loot box or whatever, because he's been doing the daily quest. I haven't seen him
open a loot, but have we seen him open a loot box before? Because I feel like this is the first time I saw a loot box animated that way.
Well, I don't think it was animated that way, I'm trying to think, but that's how he got the key to his first instance dungeon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It just looked it
comes with those 3 rewards. It was very grandiose. It was real gotcha game. It was real like
I loved it.
Spinning box in the sky lands with the glitter.
I wanted it to make the
open.
sound like those Fortnite loot boxes make. Like when you run up on them, they had this sound and you like follow it to get to the loot box. I wanted the loot box to have
the
like
shimmering,
the shimmering sound. Yeah. I was like, okay. So I said that everybody loves a loot box, and boy, what a loot box it was.
Yes, an S rank key, girl. Even the key, I would have not wanted to touch it. The key looked dangerous.
I was so nervous when it was red, which is always a bad sign.
But I mean, but if we don't know anything else about Sun Jin Woo, he's not gonna give a damn about warnings. He's not gonna give a damn about contextual clues, anything. He's just gonna turn a key. If Sun Jin Woo gonna do anything, he gonna turn a key.
Right, like we be saying about Louis, he gonna be a victim. Sun Jin Woo's gonna turn the key. He's just gonna walk in there. I mean, you can already see the growth between Sun Jin Woo we had versus now, just so how he casually sauntered his way into this demon lord castle dungeon place. Like, I'm so sick of him. But anyway, he saw what the reward was, and I like that there was a valid reason for him to do this. Like, it wasn't just him being like Goku or something, just like, I want to fight the strongest. Like, that was a pretty good motivating factor for him, I think. So I get it.
Absolutely. I mean, he has to get stronger. That's been his mantra. This is Blue Aaron. That's Green Aaron. Right. This is Blue Aaron. He's keeping moving forward, and first he entered this gate, and just the way the gate opens.
Wait, we gotta say he was able to get the elixir of life. That's what pushed him to go in there in the first place.
Oh, right.
To save his mom.
Yeah, the elixir of life, right.
But
because it said it could cure any disease known to man, period.
Yeah, which is like, magic. Damn. Even if I didn't have a sick mama, I'm like,
right, you would want that anyway.
Yeah, we gonna sell this. What you talking about? Yeah, set for life. So yes.
I don't even know, but definitely sell it. But I gotta find a way to duplicate this first.
Yeah.
If this world is a game, there's a cheat code somewhere. There's a glitch in the system where I could duplicate items.
One of them glitches like on Minecraft. If you go to a certain area, you get the best gear or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something. Or if I place the item down in between an item and something else, and it glitches out and makes two of it. Yeah.
We need a glitch. It would be cute if they put glitches in though, like exploits. That would be cute. Mm-hmm. That would just be such a cute, like, fourth wall moment in the show. But okay, so he casually sauntered into this place. Like, I love that transition. Well, the way the gate opened, first of all.
Oh wait, I actually before he did go to the gate, he did stop at the hospital.
Yeah, he stopped at the hospital.
Yeah, and it's just another reminder of everything
why he's doing this.
Yeah.
Which was cute.
Yeah, and then that big ass fucking gate, girl, all that fire.
I would not have went in that gate. The way the gate opened.
S-rate gank. It's an S-rated
fire
gate with fire, swirls, chains. This is hell. You don't want to train just a little bit more? Just a little bit.
He should have known. Like, what is his level right now?
He don't even have a time frame on these keys. He can do what he wants and then come to it.
Did we have a level that he was at this episode? I know last level we definitely knew was 18, but I'm like, he probably is maybe above that after the spider.
I think he's like 30 something.
Okay.
34 or something, but in Jin-Ho's eyes, he believes he's a
he said Jin-Ho said he's my B rank.
Like a B rank. Yeah, B rank or higher. He did say or higher, so it gives him room to be that. But I mean, if he's B rank at this point in time and he's about to go in this instance dungeon, he's gonna leave an A or an S. Just hands down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If we didn't know before,
now we know.
After this episode, we definitely know he has to when he finally goes back to it, which he goes into this fiery gate and he's walking into it's probably, first of all, it was probably so hot in there. Like
I was wanting some bead of sweat or something, because it seemed like he can't feel the flames. This is like Demon Slayer flames.
That's what I'm saying. And then like for me, have you ever just like been around a fire? Like if you just been near like a fire, like a house fire or anything that was
Yeah.
huge and on fire, and you're just
My
like,
apartment burned down.
oh, see, yeah. And you know how it feels, like you breathe in the heat, like it's just all bad. So yes, but he was, I was just thinking about how much growth he's had and the way he just walked right up to it, you know, so determined versus how he
didn't
would have
even
been
look
in
back.
episode 1. He didn't even look back. He didn't even hesitate.
Mm-mm.
Did he even stop and hesitate?
I mean, I think he
I don't
did
think
stop
he-
for a moment just to take it in,
Just to look at it.
and give himself some maybe a little bit more resolve internally. But he just full speed ahead, jumped
Yeah.
right into it. He knew exactly what abilities to activate to get this thing kicked off. He was testing the boundaries, you know, playing with it first to see what he could do, what he couldn't do. Like, this is a different person. This
Yeah.
is a fully different person at this point in time.
Yeah. He doesn't waste
But
time. I like how quick he is on his feet too.
But
Like
before
yeah.
we really get into it, though, this fight is only a couple panels in the manga.
That's what I was
This
gonna ask
is-
you. That's what I was
This
gonna
is
ask
in
you.
and out. This is in and out, girl. What we got was what this is.
Okay, you're gonna have to pull them
this is
panels
finally the
Pull-
we gonna
up. Pull
pull
them
it up?
panels up. I want to see the panels because that was the first thought I had. I was like, for people who have read the manga, I wonder how they're looking at this fight because I felt like because of the importance of the fight, which was like overall not as important. Like I was like, this couldn't have been more than a little bit in the manga, and they gave y'all all of this extra. So I was just wondering like how much of it was extra and like how was it experiencing that fight versus, you know, the couple panels they got in the manga.
Girl, I personally was at I can't even say the edge of my seat. I was levitating.
He was
I was
levitating.
levitating, like right up on the thing, waiting for the impact of what's happening on my screen to push me back and out of my window into
Yeah.
the screen. It was so good. So they in the manga, I'm sharing the screen. I'm gonna pull it up now.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'm
Okay.
sharing. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
this is, you know, he gets the key. You know, this is him when he first enters. You see buildings just ablaze.
Okay.
This is him thinking about Jeju Island. That's the only other S rank that he, you know, has information on, I think. And it was never closed. You know, it's still to this day infested. So that's also Jeju S rank ants from that island.
Yeah.
This was something we didn't see in the
Right.
anime. There's no context for this right now, but it says with
This
the
is
current
the
state of
deployable.
hunters,
Okay.
clearing escape ranks are near impossible, even when you have them on the team, S rank hunters. And yeah, we get back to the fight, and it's, you know, a little intimidation. He thinks about the god that he fought and gets right into it.
Yeah.
The only difference is but the main difference is he's already doing damage. He's not struggling, you know.
Yeah, and I think at first, he was kind of trying to like he had him at first. He had him at first in anime. I mean, not like it wasn't hurting him; it wasn't really effective, but he was pretty much getting his hits in. Like he was getting the he sliced it, and he was getting the hits in and stuff like that. And it wasn't really till it went into rage mode that it really started like really getting in that ass. Like I think it went into like rage mode or something.
Yeah,
like
it was Wrath. He activated Wrath.
Yeah.
But before he activated Wrath, Sun Jin Woo tried to do his little I love the way the lighting in this manhwa. It's so good.
He did his what was it, the something, the eye thing?
Perception.
It was called some Murderous Intent. I know he tried Murderous Intent on it. Yeah.
Murderous Intent, and it was debuffed.
Right.
Because it did not activate because his defenses were too high or whatever.
Okay, so we got some little shots there. Okay.
Oh, they call it Bloodlust.
Okay, but it's called Murderous Intent in the anime. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't call it Bloodlust. I like Bloodlust.
They be switching it up. That's like Malevolent Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, bitch.
Right.
Okay.
The enemy's resistance too high. The effect was canceled. But then after that, it's like he does get like hit or something.
Yeah.
He gets slammed to the ground, and then like he tries to stab him.
Okay. Yeah.
But then after this, he doesn't feel any pain. He gets bit in the arm, like we see in the show.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
He loses the arm, gets thrown down, and this is where it kind of changes.
Okay, so it did all that.
Yeah, we see him sitting here. No, I think that's still an arm, but just a hole in it.
Yeah, like a bite.
This is the difference here. There's no potion like he did in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the minus
Okay.
25 strength,
Yeah.
and the system just gives him this.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes more to show that he's like, the system does not want me to die. It wants me to get stronger, keep going.
It's trying to help
the point
him.
where it's going out of its way to assist me. And so after he, I guess once he has that thought, I can do it, blah, blah, blah. It tries to come down and hit him again, but he just activates a condition, healing.
Okay.
I think this is one of the rewards he had from the training, like in the last fight, how he just activated it because he stockpiled them. And then I love this whole, health thing in the background.
That's cute.
That part of the effect. But he just heals, grabs this nigga by the teeth.
Ooh.
Spin his ass around.
Oh, wow.
This is it. He spins his ass all the way around, stabs him in the eye, and then activates his skills and just fucks him up.
So he didn't do a potion? Or he didn't use that potion?
There was
so did
barely,
that potion that we saw
exist?
The one where he uses the thing, but okay.
I think it did. I got to go back and make sure, but he definitely just didn't use that in this. Yeah. And look, you have slain Hell's gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He grabbed that nigga by the teeth and gave him a loop-de-loop.
Oh, this was so much better. Oh, so okay. So now seeing what you got, so what basically didn't happen here was he got we was on Attack on Titan. I mean, this nigga was in the mouth, torso.
Yeah, half his body flinging.
Oh, it was
fighting
so
without
brutal.
an arm.
Ooh, it was so brutal.
It was really brutal. The voice actor.
Oh my!
Somebody check on him. Can he speak at this point in time?
I think it made me nauseous because it was just so the sound effects. Not only just the voice actor, but just all the sounds, his body, the screams were so good. Yeah,
it was guttural.
They weren't just really nice. They were really good screams. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I'm trying to go back because, not to break away from this beautiful this fight, but there's just one panel of Jinwoo and his sister that I just adore.
Oh, really? Oh, from the same episode?
Yeah, from the same episode, and it's the intro of them working out together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, did I skip it?
No, this is still their meeting.
Oh yeah, but their meeting in this.
Oh, it's so long.
Huh?
I said it feel like it's way more panels.
Yeah, it's. But I think the conversation was just slightly different though, and this conversation ended in him accepting the deal. So I was really confused about,
why he didn't in this one. Yeah, but I think because I think maybe what they're gonna want to do is once again, like I said, have them kind of come back together because of this guy trying to murder them, maybe. Mm-hmm. And maybe that'll be kind of what brings them back together in the show versus in the manhwa.
Hopefully.
Maybe, yeah. But okay, so this fight was wow. To be honest, people said last week was really good. I got messages from people being oh, that episode was so good. That episode was so. For me, last week was good. I like that little moment with the music, and I like that surrendering to the system kind of moment thing, and that was cute. But I wouldn't have put that up there. As far as an emotional response it got from me, y'all know I like music, but it didn't really get. I didn't get it. Well, I've been enjoying it and I loved it, but I feel as far as an emotional response, last week didn't really do that for me because it just felt this is obviously where Sun Jin-woo is gonna go. He's gonna keep leaning into the system. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna have to mow down people. So for me, I think it just didn't elicit as much of a response for me as this week. Because one, I wasn't expecting this fight. I wasn't expecting it, and even if I did, I wouldn't have expected it to finish in the same episode. Right. So I just didn't even know. Once I realized we were still going, at that point, I think I just was it felt like I was being choked. And they were just lifting me off the ground. And I couldn't breathe. I told you I didn't breathe. I feel like I was holding my breath that whole time.
It did a great job with the suspense. It had you thinking the entire time, how is he going to get out of this? How is he going to get out of this? This man just lost an arm. Now he's hanging out of his mouth. How is he going to get out of this? This man lost the runestone he had. The transportation runestone that he lost got slapped out of his hand. The one that he was banking on using if anything got crazy. Which I'll admit, which is the one, saving grace for, not saving grace, but the defense for him continuing so unabashedly, because he has that teleportation stone. He got that escape rope from Pokemon.
Yeah.
He got
ain't nothing worse than thinking you finna use your escape rope and they be like, you thought. You can't use it here. You can't use it in a boss dungeon.
Right, exactly. But so like they did a really great job, and the fact that it was all just expanded and they added all of that, it's like I now know fully that I can trust them with these battles to come. Yeah. Like there's nothing else I can say like, oh, I just don't know, maybe they won't be able to. No, the fact that they came up with that and expounded on that fight the way they did, so I love that. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on from what you said about the, you didn't feel that last one as much, which, fair. But I think also for the manga readers, it's such a little bit of a different experience because they are doing the extra when it comes to this. So with the music, with the expanded fights, it is now at this point kind of hard for manga people to be like, oh, watch this next episode. Or like,
you don't know.
Oh, we might not know that the crazy thing is coming up, because to us, it was just a 5-6 panel fight. And it was like, oh yeah, that was nice. But the last episode was the first time we saw him in that state. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to immediately start killing people, but all of y'all, like 6 people back to back. It was just such a epic turn for his character. So we knew that was coming up. So it was like, you have to see this. But this episode, it's like, yeah, there might be a nice little boss fight. So you ain't got to turn on your stream and your camera to record. It should be fine.
It was like, there's so many reasons that for me, this is probably one of the best like fights. Because you know me, once again, not really into fighting stuff like that. And even the stuff I've seen, like I watch Bleach and stuff, and that's cool. And they have good fights. And I think when you watch a lot of anime, what you consider to be a good fight, traditionally, it can be a lot of things. For a lot of the fights that we see, I think in Bleach, like the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, I think is where it started to be a little faster paced, like less dialogue, less dragging out. I feel like in the first, originally, there was a lot more dialogue and stuff. There's like a lot of dialogue. And I think one of the things I love about Solo Leveling so far, one is he's fighting monsters who can't talk. I'm sure when he fights people, we'll start to, hear a little bit more dialogue. But I just love the pacing. Because like in real life, a fight is so fast. And I think sometimes when you watch, some of these shows like Bleach and they're having all this internal dialogue and back and forth, and you're like, y'all know in real life, fights are like the battle prowess it takes to keep up with a fight, which is something I also liked about Jujutsu Kaisen. Like that Toji fight, Toji versus Gojo, or Choso versus, is just like really fast. I love a fast-paced fight, and I just love how fast this fight was, because you really felt, I think, outside of Attack on Titan's pilot and a few episodes in Attack on Titan, I've never had such an emotional like response to a fight. Not as like emotionally, I'm gonna cry, but it was like, I really felt that pace of the fight. Like it felt like as a viewer, I was experiencing the fight just as fast as Sunjin was experiencing it. And that's not often something I can say. Like I often feel like fights feel slow to me.
Yeah, I love that, and I do agree. Like it did feel quick in a way, but it still felt like it also had substance. Like this man is earning his spot. You know, it doesn't feel like in the manga. I ain't gonna lie, this Cerberus fight kind of felt like a little cheap, just because he was down and system just made some exceptions for him, and all of a sudden he has the strength to grab this man by the teeth. Right, this dog beast by the teeth, and somersault this huge being. You know what I mean? Right. Like it just.
Maybe that's why they changed it. It was like he didn't work for it.
Right, and that's what I like. Like they are really. They're slowing down his cockiness, because in the manga, I feel like it just is like a whole step ahead when it comes to his confidence and him thinking he can do whatever. You know.
Right.
I feel like they're slowing that down, and they're also making him really work for it to show wherever he ends up in the future, it is 100%
Earned.
earned. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I love how he had to think on his toes. Like literally, like people say think on your toes, but woo, this fight, that little dog demon was not giving him foot on neck. Like, woo, it was just barreling towards him the whole time. Like, and I think it's just, I hate games like that. It just reminded me why I can't. I was like, I can't be playing these walking simulators where we fighting bosses with y'all, because I get so emotionally spent from playing them because it's just too much. And that's why I just love this fight, because it had that same feeling. I feel like the boss be cheating, they be buffing, they be getting super strength all of a sudden, they get fast, they start teleporting, throwing shit. I'll be like, see this.
Oh yeah, because Wrath was a nasty ability. This thing is already crazy intimidating. It's the size of a freaking building, launching at me, 3 dog heads with teeth, and then you gonna tell me halfway through the fight that its abilities have doubled for 3 minutes? Oh no.
And them felt like the
What is
longest
it?
3
Control
minutes.
Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. End task. I am finished.
That's what he said.
I'm
Let
not
me use
doing
this
it.
teleportation stone. I mean, because he was even like, bitch, let me get the fuck out. I'm gonna get out of here.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because they do such a good job at impact shots.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
When the attack that made
We gonna
him
have to get
lose
some
the
screenshots.
runestone.
yeah.
Oh my god! Like this man, you could see his body get smushed by the weight
Ooh.
of that dog paw. It's so good.
Ugh.
A1 is doing their thing.
My stomach, I was just like, that baby was going through. Like when I was watching it, they were. Once again, I
Sweet
watched
baby.
this live. So like you could see me watch the whole episode.
Y'all go watch that. Go watch her live episode.
And then I like clipped it down to when I'm just sitting here like, shit, like I'm tired. I can't handle this. We gotta watch some clips of this.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I said, you need to go home. I was so glad when he was like, let me come back. I said, yeah. You
Right,
need to do
right.
that.
And I love that too, because finally I'm not screaming at the thing saying, what are you doing? Finally, because I'm like, you just barely got out of this, and we find out in this moment that's not the boss, and that it was the gatekeeper for the boss.
It's just to get the key.
This is just to get the key
and the ingredient list, the shopping list.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking, even granted I have read this before, but in the heat of these episodes I be forgetting that I have read this. So I'm sitting here like, oh my god, yeah, he beat the thing, so he should get the potion, right? And I'm like,
right.
Oh duh, it's only a recipe. And I love it because they're in introducing crafting to the show.
Come through Minecraft.
I want to play this game. This is, if they don't make a solo leveling game with this blueprint right here, look at that.
Oh, these shots are beautiful.
Look at that.
Firstly, he got armor for what? You are the size of a. Why do you need armor on your face? To ram me?
I want to see him right next to the paw, so I can see like the clear size difference.
Let's see first. Here, what's this? Okay, this is when he's like, he tried to do murderous intent or whatever. The debuff has been canceled. Not canceled out.
Jinwoo is so pretty. You saw them eyes just then.
I love that little shot. That's like fan service for me. That's like fan service when his eyes glow. I love this little aura effect that it had when he did it too.
Dispersing his murderous intent.
Look at that shot. That's beautiful.
I could really just watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just picking spots to just like, ooh, you see that?
Oh
but he's like, my baby, no, my baby, my baby. Oh, this is the part I was like, okay, and it got buffed.
Baby Jesus.
Yeah, I like this. I don't really get a chance. Once again, this fight was so fast. I didn't really get a chance to appreciate the line art. I do like the line art. It's really nice. Really nice weight
I just
to
realized.
What?
Yeah, I just realized I never showed that picture for Jenna. I'm gonna look it up while you show.
Just some screenshots. Yeah. Let's see. We're just clicking through some of these fight moments. You know, they gonna copyright us into oblivion. I'll play. Like, you think it's somebody else, but it's really you. Like he's waiting on somebody else to open the door, but it's like really you. So it's not another person. It's just you. You from another time.
It was you all along.
It was Agatha all along. So yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10.
I mean, every week, man, I'm just excited to see the next episode. Like, I'm just excited to see how they adapt it and what they give us. It's a fun ride, man, and that's what it is for me. It's a ride that I've been waiting on, and I'm glad I'm on it, strapped up.
Yes, I'm very excited. I have no idea what's gonna happen next. I mean, I kind of have an idea what's gonna happen next, but I also don't have any idea what's gonna happen next. But one thing I do know is Sun Jin Woo will be going into dungeons. If he gets a key, he gonna go in, and he will be stabbing things in the eyeballs. That's one thing I have learned.
In a nutshell,
things we know about Sun Jin Woo. I'm just gonna put like a bulletin board up in my house and just be like things we know about Sun Jin Woo. I just need to make that like a thing for all main characters. But I think that's pretty much covers the whole episode. If you want to see my reaction to the episode, I clipped it down to like 3 minutes because you know they be coming for your girl with the copyrights. But I kind of just clipped when I had moments. But join me on Twitch on Saturdays. We'll be watching it, and then you can see my like clipped down reaction to it on YouTube now. But other than that, I guess when the next episode come on next week, we'll be here to talk about it. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. That's gonna wrap it up for us. Thanks to everybody who stopped by, all the viewers. Let me know in the comments how y'all are enjoying Solo Leveling. I know some people have not. There's some people who's not really feeling it still.
I hate it for you, you know, but on this side of the street, I'm gonna be screaming about it.
Yeah, because I mean, whew, that show is taking me through it. So yes, join us next week.
Before we dip, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You know, before while you're doing that, I went down that Love and Deep Space rabbit hole because I wanted to see the Nanami girls who was into Love and Deep Space, and I could not find them. That's how I ended up finding what I sent you. I was trying to see people who was talking about it, maybe. And I guess
let me go.
I guess I just like wasn't in the right algorithm because I couldn't find anything, but I did find great stuff. Okay, I found great stuff, but it wasn't what I was looking for. Okay, the Xavier girls are fed. That's all I know.
Understood.
Am I pulling this up that you got up here?
Oh,
this is the scene.
I just wanted to take a quick shout out to this.
Okay,
this
just he don't be looking like this on the anime.
He don't, and I think you're so right. They need to make his hair longer. They need to make his hair longer.
But it's just how the hair is the right length. It's just that Korean wolf. I mean, it's not a wolf cut, but it's just that the way the Koreans do the hair, like it's different. Like it's sharper. It's like I don't know. It looks like a paintbrush kind of. You know, like it looks like brush strokes more so than like a drawing thing. It's so good. As long as they got them shave size. As long as we get them shave size when it's time.
Because this could be like, I don't know why. I feel like I just want this.
He looks more drippy right here to me.
Oh, it's going to get better.
I'm just saying, but even like this outfit, he had the same outfit on. But to me here, it looks more like, ooh, that's looking nice on you. Like, it just looked different than it did in the anime.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just a swag about him.
It's like that.
And the way it's
because this was like he styled his hair. Like, look at that. Try not to say the debaucherous things on stream. We not getting that.
Oh, and this is just another piece too. I like that he is in this fucking hood. He ain't had
That's what I'm saying.
Like
he had
before.
A hood on.
Like,
yeah, we ain't got no hood action. Are they holding? Not unique. Are they holding out on the hood? Because they like, yeah, I want to see him in his hood.
Oh, but yeah, I ain't gonna get to it. But I'm gonna stop right there. He says, he has 3 billion, but I have a condition, and I'm gonna stop right there.
And that's probably what we gonna get next.
I'm hoping maybe they meet back up or something.
Yeah, he's gonna need that. So, okay, that's gonna be cute. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close out. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to keep it cute. Bye.
Bye.